If you want SUV style, saloon-like luxury and 4x4 practicality, then something like the Hyundai Santa Fe might be right up your street. But just because it marries all of these qualities together, don't be fooled into thinking the Santa Fe is niche. It's by no means short of competition, with rivaling models from the likes of BMW, VW and even its neighbouring brand Kia with its Sorento. When it comes to the interior, I want to start by talking about my favourite feature, which is this infotainment system, because not only does it offer oodles of useful kit like Bluetooth and DAB digital radio, but it's just incredibly responsive, so much so that if I zoom all the way out and then back in on the sat-nav, it responds immediately and there's no dreadful lag. Other tech-savvy features of this flagship premium SE model include the likes of autonomous parking, heated and cooled seats, lane departure warning, and there's even a bird's eye view camera to help when it comes to parking. And you can actually manipulate each individual camera on either side of the car for added peace of mind. And I get a thumbs up from us. Materials in the cabin are half and half, being a mix of soft touch materials and some nice robust plastics, which, to be honest, with a family car this size, that's probably what you're going to be after anyway. There's also a proper sized glove box, hooray for that, a button layout that's not too hard to get your head around, and a very comfortable driving position with a rather convenient armrest on the door. Now that convenient armrest from the front makes its way into the back as well, which just makes it really easy to get comfortable. Now combine that with its sliding and reclining rear seats, plus some pretty funky cup holders, and you've got one of the best rears in class. But looking at the amount of space back here, you may not think there's another 2 seats behind it, but there is. Now these seats are optional and intended for children, but they're quite flexible in terms of seating positions, so you should be able to squeeze in 2 relatively small adults. Go for the 7-seat option and boot space is reduced slightly, but fold these down and you still get over 500 litres on offer. Now that is on par with rivals, but it's slightly smaller than the Kia Sorento. Still, you get a handy loading bed when you fold the seats down and over 1,600 litres of storage space. The best thing about the 6-speed automatic is that it doesn't offer the usual nuisances you'd usually associate with an auto. For example, you can move off really smoothly, it's easy to cruise at low speeds, and the brakes aren't too grabby. And if you do need a bit of oomph, then the 197 brake horsepower 2.2 litre diesel will happily oblige, with a benchmark sprint of under 10 seconds. As well as this smooth automatic gearbox, other features that help create a sense of luxury include a composite suspension that slurps up bumps with ease, and impressive road and wind noise insulation. And in fact, the diesel's pretty quiet anyway, especially when it comes to sitting in traffic. One of the big questions when it comes to big SUVs is whether it's fun to drive. Well, I'm not usually a fan of variable weighting when it comes to steering, but the Santa Fe manages to offer lighter steering when it comes to minor manoeuvres around town, and yet at around, I don't know, let's say a 3/4 turn, the steering actually starts to weight up, and yet feedback is still strong. So you get the best of both worlds, sort of. It certainly beats the experience of the sport mode offered in many Hyundai models, including this one. All this aside though, if you're after good efficiency and fuel economy, then the Santa Fe, or any large 4x4 for that matter, is probably not the best way to go. With CO2 of 177 grams per kilometre, and realistically you'll probably get around 30 miles per gallon, somewhat off the claimed 42 miles per gallon. To make the most out of the Santa Fe, you'll want to go for one of the higher trims, the automatic gearbox, and possibly even the 7 seats. And if that's the case, you're looking at upwards of £35,000. But let's put that in perspective. The Santa Fe is in the same segment as the Volkswagen Touareg and BMW X5, 2 models that start from around £45,000. So you're better thinking of the Santa Fe as a cheaper alternative to the uber luxurious 4x4s out there. But the big question is it better than the Kia Sorento? Well, the 2 distinguishing factors are going to be the Hyundai style and the fact that Kia offers a slightly better warranty and bigger boot. If you ask me, I think the Sorrento's just got the edge, but they're still, nonetheless, 2 great SUVs. What do you think of the Santa Fe? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the inquire button to find out more details about this car, or for any other models, visit carkeys.co.uk. And to watch more reviews, click one of the links on screen now.